In this episode of Whiskerman's podcast, Beards and Business, in the beard section, we discuss the beard oil and butter, Bearded AF, while over in the... All right, guys, welcome to another Whiskerman podcast, Beards and Business. This is the beard section. Continuing along, as we told you last week, we're going to get into a new oil and butter today. Last week, we talked about DD214. This week, we're going to talk about its kissing cousin, Bearded AF. And depending on perspective, or if there's kids around, the AF changes in what it means. Some of you know what it means. If there's children in the room, it stands for Air Force, to honor my Air Force career. So Bearded AF was the military scent before we came out with the DD214. It's got that nice, cool sound to it. Who doesn't want to say, hey, what's that smell? That's Bearded AF. One of our stronger, manly man scents. Just a great combination of smells. So inside Bearded AF and in the oil and butter. And again, oils go on, hydrate, promote growth, strengthen growth you have. Butter goes on, soften and conditions. Bearded AF is slammed with 4 amazing scents. You've got, starting off with leather. That leather comes at you, smells like almost like you go into a jacket store, a leather jacket store, or into like a belt shop. You get that nice leather smell, even like a new car that has leather seats in it. Then from there, you get into one of my favorites. You get into the sweet smell of coffee. And then from the coffee, who doesn't want a cup of coffee? Coffee anytime is good. From the coffee, you then get into tobacco. That tobacco is subtle in essence of, if you weren't around someone who smoked, a lot of folks pick this one up right away if their grandfather or someone was a pipe smoker. So when they had that different tobacco that goes in the pipes, they picked that up right away. So the tobacco in there. And then last but not least, rounding it off and giving it that nice, almost bringing it together, is the wood smoke. So not a campfire, but kind of like when you just toast a piece of wood. So hitting it with just a nice light fire, it starts to get that notes that pop up in there. 4 amazing scents, stand alone by themselves. When you combine them, it is very powerful. This is our most powerful scent that we carry. It is, again, only will smell so long on your beard, but it is a very strong scent. This is one of those house divided. Most people love it, most people hate it, but it is an amazing scent. It is such a great, cool name to it, Bearded AF. So you can go over to whiskerman.com/shop and type in Bearded AF, and it will come up, and you can purchase that in oil or butter. You can also get that inside of our sample packs. Remember, we sell partial or full sample packs, so go on over and try it out. If it's something that you're curious trying out, but not 100% certain, I would recommend come smelling it. See us in person at one of our events, or I would buy the smaller sample one to try out. So again, go over to whiskerman.com and find those. All the scent profiles are listed, and gives you a little bit deeper description as you scroll down. So that is a nice, short, sweet beard section today. Guys, if you like these videos, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. 1, it helps us out, get our subscribers up. 2, it helps get you alerts when we drop new content so that you stay on top of the latest and greatest. So from here, we're going to transition over to recording that we did a couple of weeks ago. Had the pleasure of going and checking this place out. I will throw up some pictures at the end. This is a new one-of-a-kind sauna in the state of Ohio, here in Dayton. It is a franchise, so you can find it wherever you're listening to. But this gentleman has a remarkable interview, and it also tells us about a great place. And I will come back and give you a little bit more details at the end. So without further ado, let me turn it over to our pre-recorded interview. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of the business section of Beards and Business. Today we've got a special guest that is part of the heart of Centerville here in Ohio. So I will turn it over to him and allow him to introduce himself and go into his business.
Hi, my name's Nathan, and I am with Perspire Sauna Studio at the Green here in Southwest Ohio. And one of the things that we really like about bringing this business in, we're the first Perspire in Ohio, is the benefits of the infrared sauna studio. The infrared sauna itself and the red light therapy, once my wife and I experienced it out in Southern California, we really wanted to look at ways to bring it here to Ohio because we like the more holistic approach to staying healthy. And with the way that we were able to sweat while we were in the sauna to detox our body, one of the first things I noticed after we left was I slept a lot better, and it's 100% relaxing. So we wanted to look into bringing Perspire to Ohio so that we could share the benefits of it with those around here. We know there's a lot of allergies and stuff that go on around here. A lot of people concerned about their health. So just health and wellness and the holistic approach was our driving factor of bringing Perspana to the local area.
Yeah, so there's a couple cool things in there that want to unpackage. One is you've given proof that something good can come out of California. We might want to document that. This may be on the news when this airs. So something good came out of California.
Agreed.
Definitely a bonus of points there. I'm sure some folks out there should use that. The other cool thing is, I'm sure when you go into your saunas, you don't have to have the silly sticker that I'm sure you saw out in California that says may cause cancer, because everything in California.
Right.
But
Right.
the biggest thing that I want to unpackage here is you are the first. So you are a plank owner, pioneer. Plank owner is probably more appropriate for your line of work, especially since the sauna is lined with wood planks. So and then we'll throw up some pictures of the sauna here. What led you to everybody wants to be the first, want to be the
Right.
first to conquer whatever. You are the first. So what led you to do that, other than it was great experience, but why this? You could have probably done 100 other businesses that still would have been the first. So why did you choose this, and where's the passion behind this?
I actually have another business as well, and it's more of a service oriented business that people call once their appliances fail, and they're happy that we get there and get them taken care of, but not really they really don't want to see us. They're just happy we do a good job at getting them taken care of. I wanted to get into something that was more along the lines of people wanting to come and purchased the product, wanted to be there, felt good about it. I really didn't want to get into the food industry. I just wanted something that would be beneficial to those who found out about us. So that was the driving factor. My brother is also in this business as well. He found it first, and we're a little competitive in those regards as well.
And now, where is his sauna located?
They are in San Antonio.
Okay. Was he the first ever in Texas?
No, he was not.
You're already beating
So
me. So let's
that's right.
what's your brother's name?
Bob.
Bob, in your face, first in Ohio. Your brother's
That's
got
right.
um and Bob, you're not on this podcast, so he's got you twice now. So now you're gonna go top him. So what a great idea. Truth is one of my big things I want to share with the audience. I have yet to be down there yet. I've been in the area, and I think I drove past where you're located a couple different times. I will be down soon because you've given me some passes to come check it out. So I will follow up with you guys when this airs of how the experience was. I'll add that to the end. But what a cool spot! Like if you said, "Hey, I'm not versed with all of Ohio. I'm versed with the greater Dayton area. If you go there, what spot would be really cool for this type of business, and the green would be one of the first things that pop up. Because
Yes.
I want to say it's a young, upcoming, vibrant space, but it's still okay for folks like us, for us that are seasoned, because you're not allowed to say old anymore. I guess it's a, so for us seasoned folks, we've been out of the wrapper a little bit longer than some of the younger folks. But what a cool place to come in and be able to experience this. And obviously there's nothing like this that I've experienced. You go to some of the gyms and they're kind of, I don't know, y'all. I've been to a few through my military career and felt like I needed a tetanus shot. So I'm looking at the picture of your place right now, and it's just amazing. Just nice, cool aesthetics. So this is really great addition to that community in the area. So I'm very excited to come down and try it. So obviously you're running two businesses, and almost everyone that I've had on, I think at one point we're going to look back probably less than 10 years from now. And some of the guests that have been on the business section are going to be multi-million, and billionaires, because what I've studied from most millionaires is there's multiple revenues of income from different businesses. And you share that thought process of you have this one business, but it's more of they call you because it's your absolute necessity at that point and don't really want to see you, versus
Right.
this is I'm so happy to see you. I know I'm about to get, re-energized and sweat. So that's such a diverse, opposite end of the spectrum. So that's really cool. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
I was just going to say I have great teams in both businesses that customers really enjoy the interactions and stuff. But on the Perspire side of things, the customer reactions, not just to the team members. We did have one review that said, I didn't need to do saunas, but I wanted to come try it. I still don't need to do saunas, but the team there was great. Couldn't ask for a better team to deal with. So I really love that aspect of my team performing like that. But most of the customers that come out, they'll tell us, my shoulders don't hurt anymore. Migraines. I don't suffer from migraines anymore. I didn't get seasonally depressed in the wintertime. And it's those kind of statements from people who have been in pain a long time or couldn't sleep right, that have just been a driving factor to want to spread the news more. But our team down there has done a fantastic job of answering customers' questions, and just providing the whole experience. Love when we get reviews where people comment about how clean our saunas are, our facility is, because it is 9 private individual sauna suites. So you go in there, you are by yourself, unlike the gym sauna and the steam sauna. But any sauna is good. There's a lot of value in it, but you're a private suite at our place with a TV to watch your favorite shows.
Nice. And you brought up a really great point of when you put a world-class staff behind a world-class product, the pun definitely intended. You're there, obviously you're not there right now in the sauna doing things sauna related other than promoting it, but it's still sweat off your back. See that pun
Right.
there? So,
100%.
yeah, I'm excited. And then you brought up a really great thing that I got to share with the wife of, migraines. She's constantly getting migraines, and we've done medicine and stuff. So that holistic approach, definitely going to come down. You'll see us. You will definitely see me and the wife before this podcast ever airs, so that I can add it to the end of how great it is. But shifting,
Fantastic.
I love talking business, and I like putting that out there so folks in the greater Dayton area know, look, there's this new place, go check it out. Give it a try. What's it gonna hurt? You sweat a little bit, nothing bad there. This is my favorite and selfish part of the show that I love. So we had kind of teed this up a little bit of, so hopefully you get a good one, because I've yet to hear any bad ones. Some have gone, wow, I never even thought of that. So my first question is, what is it that feeds you, especially being in two different businesses that are almost two different thought processes? Um, what feeds you to keep going forward? I.e., are you, do the books drive you? Do mentor sessions? What is it that keeps helping you move forward?
But my ultimate goal is to provide an opportunity for anybody that wants to work with us to get ahead in life. There's a lot of people that struggle, a lot of people that end up coming to work for us who um, never seem to feel appreciated at their other places of employment, things like that. So I just wanted to provide a great work environment that a team member could come in and reach the personal goals that they want to, which is something that we do with our team members. This year I'm doing it with everybody. Last year it was kind of a select group, but I want to help them reach their personal goals. I also, to your point earlier, look for opportunities for additional revenue streams and finding something that is beneficial to the people is fantastic. I did not want to get into food prep or anything like that. That just doesn't interest me at this point. But providing a service that can be helpful and beneficial to the people is what drives me to go to the next level.
Yeah, and that's so awesome. Being able to mentor your employees and help them move along, whether it's to maybe one day open up their own, maybe they get their Cincinnati location or they go up into Columbus or Cleveland or somewhere. That's so
Right.
awesome to be able to mentor them just in all different aspects. So that's really, and there's a few. There's some really great ones that I know. You can't throw a stick without hitting one at our meetings at the heart because everyone is just willing to give. But that is so out of
Yes.
normal. Other people are just they want to retain all that information and never pass it down. Well, if you keep all that information in, when you die, it dies with you. So I think it's
Right.
someone who tries to mentor folks of whether they're of the same age, older, younger. That's just so great. So what now this is my second favorite question to ask. Whether it's personal, professional, whatever aspect it is, if you could, and I like putting this mental image in folks' minds, if you could be Cher, you don't have to be on a Navy ship, you don't have to wear that outfit, and could turn back time, what would you tell your younger self, whether it was 3 years, 10 years, whatever it is, what would be the one thing that you would say, this?
First and foremost would be take your wife on a very, very nice vacation, which I have not done yet, but it's on my bucket list this year. Um, on one that she wants to go to that is not work related. We go to some pretty cool places on conventions and conferences, but take her on a nice trip and be more wise with your money, not necessarily, you know, pinch the pennies to an extreme extent, but I think it's compound interest. Learn to use it in your favor.
That's amazing, especially with, the economy's up, the economy's down, the economy's gone. We don't have an economy. We're going to war. We're not going to war. We're putting rockets in, the enemy's taking rockets out in space and all this stuff. That's just down to earth, common sense of happy wife, happy life. So book that vacation, get that on the schedule soon. That's very important. And then taking care of your finances. I think we as a country and even down to uh your own community, we don't do a good job of educating the youth of, look, it's easy, you can go get a credit card
Right.
right now and get this ridiculous line of credit, and then you're going to be in debt. That's why there's over $1 trillion of credit card debt as we sit while we're recording this. So that's really great to have that, to go back and say, look, been there. I've owned 3 boats. Stupid. Every one of them was a stupid purchase. So it's like, hey, don't do that. So that's awesome. So those are the questions I have. Now for the my favorite and not so favorite and scariest part of the podcast. We're gonna reverse roles. The show is now yours. You can go wherever you want. You can add anything, ask any questions of me. We can free flow, whatever you like. But the floor is now yours.
What I know of your story, I've appreciated it, and at the again, to your point, the Heart group has been fantastic to be a part of. But you've intrigued me with your journey into your Whiskerman venture and then the podcast. What motivates you to want to help other business owners like myself?
Yeah, so my passion is deeply rooted in one, if you buy something from IKEA, most people put it together and then they look on the floor and everything's inside whatever it was. I'm the guy that has leftover parts, whether intended or not. And that comes from the fact that I think when the good Lord made me, he left out an important part of, I don't necessarily have that filter that goes from the brain to mouth and other parts.
Hmm.
I get these good ideas and I act on them. And if anyone says, come on, you can't do that, that's ridiculous, get out of my way. I'm going to do it just to prove you wrong. So that's part of it. But when I walked out of the military, I was fortunate enough to go and serve the military community in the aspect of helping small businesses develop their technologies, widgets for the warfighter. So seeing small businesses succeed. And I saw that and I was looking at some of them, I'm like, surely these guys are not any smarter than me. You know, they just were in the right place at the right time. And what I saw from most of them is, and no disrespect to any of them, I will outwork you. I just outwork you. So coming from that
Right.
aspect, that's how I got into the business. But how do I want to give back is I know that there's someone that's struggling. You just need one nugget. It could separate them from, good to great. So being able to give back and where that passion really got ignited was through the DAV, Disabled American Veterans. They hosted an entrepreneur for veterans to kind of give them some education, but mainly mentorship is the biggest piece. I got to go through that and I got an amazing mentor, poured so much into me that has changed the trajectory of where Whiskerman is and where it's going to allow me to think bigger and bigger and bigger. So I was fortunate enough to be able to do that and the business explode. Now I was just recently a mentor down there. So being able to play that vital role in a company, and a lot of people were like, yeah, but what money are you putting in? I don't want to. Right now, I'm not in that spot. But if most people will want to put money into your business, that's what are you getting? If I could put knowledge into you, it's the whole the biblical aspect of give a man a fish a leaf for a day, teach a man to
Right.
fish for a life. I want to teach people how to fish. I want to portray one, if I can leave them with one nugget, if one nugget alone changes just a ripple in the ocean, it's going to make an impact. So that's where my passion comes from. I like for winners to win. And sometimes they need that little bit of pep talk. Rocky was a
Yep.
great boxer, but even Mickey called him a bum. I don't think
Right.
Rocky would have been the greatest boxer of all time, fictional or real life, without Mickey in his corner. So I want to be someone's Mickey, and they say, "Hey, you know what? At one point, this guy that had an amazing beard gave me some advice, and it changed my business, changed my life." So that's where my fire comes from doing that.
That's fantastic. If I would be so fortunate as to be on another podcast a year from now, where do you hope your podcast and Whiskerman ventures are at that point?
Yeah. So at that point, the goal from a year from now would be, um, this thing gets watched the second it launches and continues to get views, and people are just it almost becomes a um, knowledge-based system of they go to this not only to hear it because it's entertaining, but they're also like, I know if I go on one of these entrepreneurs or something's going to come out of someone's mouth that if I take it and apply it, it's going to change that trajectory. So it's one of those sitting there, leaning in and being like, there's a nugget. You know, there's a golden nugget somewhere. It may look like dirt right now, but as we siphon through, at some point, I want every single episode for people to just tune in because they're afraid they're going to miss out. I want that FOMO. I want them to be like, hey, this guest might be the person. Last guest gave me, 5 things to take away. Maybe this guest is going to have, the next 5. So that's where I want it to be. And I really want to be able in a year from now to have folks back on and be like, hey, we met, we taped this interview in February of 24. It's now March of 25. Give me an update. Oh yeah, well, when we talked then, we were bringing in a couple thousand a month, and now we bring in $1 million a day. Okay. So that's kind of where I want to see. I want to see people win. I want to be surrounded by winners because iron sharpens iron. So that's what I want. I want to be on the winning team, and I want to be with winners.
That's awesome.
And now
you're doing a good job.
Now I have to keep it around for a year because you got to see where it goes in a year. So, we're going to rock and roll. So any other final thoughts, anything else before we close it out?
I don't. I wish I did. I wish I had a headline grabbing line for you right now, but I don't. I'm glad to see you able to do what you enjoy to do. I'm glad my wife and I have been blessed to be able to do these things. So hopefully we can continue to help people. We love your Whiskerman products, so keep those up. And thank you for this opportunity to be on the podcast.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Just because you didn't have that, headline catching, mic dropping moment. It's no sweat. So I got dad jokes for days. But thank you so much for being on the podcast. I look forward to seeing you at our Friday coffees at the Heart. And then for you, the viewer, you made it to this point. You're almost to the end. Hopefully you grabbed a couple of big golden nuggets from the two of us today. And from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for being a guest. And then thank you for watching. We'll be closing it out here in a minute. All right, guys, welcome back. Thank you so much, Nate, for being on the show. Guys, you want to be in a nice, cool sauna. This thing is amazing. Since we recorded that interview, my wife and I have become members. My wife has unlimited. She goes almost every single weeknight. Nice 40 minutes in there. You go in nice, clean, private. Be able to get as comfortable as you want, whether that's wearing a bathing suit or you get down to your birthday suit. Nice and clean towel service. You get, you have 4 towels that they give you. If you want more, there is an additional fee. TV to watch. You're able to watch YouTube, Netflix. So just an amazing, private, nice, clean, welcoming place. Amazing. Has different light therapy in there, and just what a great atmosphere. It's so much different from traditional saunas that you go to at the gym. You always get folks swinging junk around in your face when you're just trying to sit there and relax. You control the temperature. After your first session, they will have your stuff saved, so when you go in and book, you'll walk in and the sauna will already be at your set temperature. All you have to do is make your adjustments of whether you want to change out the different lights. They do have red light therapy, but you can add other colors that will help detox, sleep, and different things like that. So guys, as always, my favorite part of the show, thank you so much for watching to this point. Again, if you liked, please hit that subscribe button, continue watching all of our videos. We appreciate that. But most importantly, big shout out to our first responders, our military and our veterans. Can't get behind those folks? Feel free to get in front of them. Until next time.